A unique project is currently being prepared in the Emirates. Longevity Island. Longevity isn't really about age, it's about the environment and who you share your life with. And with us today is Vladimir Bourdiuzhan, the man who is at the very heart of this project.
It's a very long story, which I'm going to share with you now. 7 years ago, a very dear and close friend of mine reached out to me, whose mother was unfortunately on her deathbed. Given my extensive connections in Europe, both within various high-level state institutions and at the professional medical level, I tried everything I could to help my close friend. I personally visited many different nursing homes and private clinics and engaged in detailed discussions with the facility owners. But unfortunately, over the very long period while I was diligently looking into this matter, I wasn't able to help my friend. His mother sadly passed away. That was the experience I was left with at the time. Yes, not long after that first occurrence, a strikingly similar incident happened with my own personal relatives and family members, people who were very close to my heart. Given the valuable experience I had already gained with my friend, I already knew right from the very start precisely and exactly where I needed to go. By a stroke of good fortune, I resolved the issue. I spent over a year and a half on it. I visited more than 2,014 nursing homes in 144 countries. Ultimately, everything concluded on a positive note, and I was left with this situation as a matter of personal interest. After that, there was a transformative turning point in my life where I thought deeply about what to do and where to direct my efforts. Having raised this important topic, I began to study it very, very carefully. I have looked into this deeply, and I faced many complex problems, including difficult negotiations with governments of different countries, and the undeniable fact that it's a massive, profit-driven business for certain large organizations. In these nursing homes, there is absolutely nothing of the comfort, dignity, or quality of life that, for example, I would ever want for myself in my old age, or could ever feel comfortable giving to the people I love most in this world. My mother.
Vladimir, so it turns out that Longevity Island is like a nursing home?
More likely, it will be a place where our parents will feel right at home. Tatiana, our territory is 930,000 square meters, 1 square kilometer. Of that, 30% is built up and 70% is green space. We're not building a concrete city, but an ideal place for our parents to live. Why is it so important for the elderly to be close to their family? For loneliness ages you faster than disease. With loved ones, people live longer, peacefully, and with more purpose.
Why did you make the decision that Longevity Island should be in the United Arab Emirates?
We see very clearly what is happening in the world. And the United Arab Emirates is the sole nation where it is completely secure.
You mentioned something about innovations. Could you elaborate?
Yes, of course. The island will have the first regeneration clinic. Organ transplantation, which encompasses everything from stem cells to organoids, the entire medical complex scattered around the world, is now being brought together in one place on this site. Why is this project important right now? Because the world is aging, and either we learn to care for old age in advance, or we will face a massive crisis of loneliness.
Thank you so much for such an interesting story. And could you tell us, how do you see the future of such projects?
And thank you very much, Tatiana. I envision Longevity Island in 10 years as a shining and primary example of how one can gracefully live out their old age with dignity and close to those they love. These vibrant communities will become the widely accepted norm, just as sports, mindful eating, and self-care have become the norm today. And I see Longevity Island in 10 years, it will be like an example of how one can live out their old age with dignity and close to those you love.